a vampire, empire, I am a vampire, I have lost my fangs.
Hello, and welcome to the first Novel Ideas. This is Twilight. These are Twiglets. Book, snack. But what do they have in common? Well, you either love them or you hate them. And us, we find them disgusting! But for your entertainment, we're reviewing them anyway.
Well, thank you very much, dear friend.
So, let's start this tragedy. But it's not a tragedy. It's not as if Maya has the balls to kill off her beauties. Literature, Bryony. We're mourning the death of literature. Now, I have to say, the films are okay. I mean, they're not as nearly as bad as the books. Calm down. I'm a bit of a romanticist. If you can call that romance. You shut up. Anyway, even I drew the line at Maya's shiterature. This book is ridiculous. I mean it. Ridiculous. The short version is this. Wrong picture.
I love you,
Rawr.
The longer version is this. Bella Swan, the biggest Mary Sue since, well, Mary Sue, has just moved from Phoenix, Arizona. Sound familiar?
He's dead. Can we go back to Phoenix?
To the town of Forks, Washington. Bella, the most pretentious, needy, arrogant chick ever, somehow makes herself some chummies. And somehow, the object of every penis bearer's affection. Well, every penis bearer besides Edward Cullen! Funnily enough, we actually came across this. Even if it isn't true, it brings up a fair point. The book is just, on the whole, Stephanie Meyer's sexual fantasy. I mean, she said that she got the idea for Twilight in a dream. Where have I heard that before?
Joseph Smith was called a prophet, dum 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 dum. He started the Mormon religion, dum 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 dum. Moving back to the plot itself, Cullen and Swan sit next to each other in class and don't get along right away.
Bitch, thanks.
But after a bit of hunting in Alaska, Mr. Not Quite Dracula saves Bella's boring ass from being crushed by a car. Driven by the novel's only black guy.
Go fig.
Cully somehow manages to get from one side of the car park to the other in no time at all and stops the vehicle with his hands. Shame the car wasn't made of kryptonite. Then they argue because she wants to know what the hell just happened. By the way, this is like the only time you see Bella acting like a normal person. But he's all like, no bitch, get the fuck out of my crib. You think she'd be pissed, but his freaky colour changing eyes are just so dreamy. Then Bella, sometime after, goes shopping with her friends, and like the trouble magnet Mary Sue that she is, she nearly gets gang raped. But guess who sweeps in just the nick of time? Yay, Batman!
Get in the car.
Aww. So, what does Bella do next? Cry into Edward's arms? Go to the police? Go into therapy after the traumatic experience? No! There you go, eat faster! Well, at least she does. He just kind of sits there, watching her. So apparently Edward can read minds. Bella McStalker tells Edward in the car ride home how she's been researching vampires.
Vampire?
Bingo.
So, he tells her that he is in fact a vampire. And even his driving skills are amazing. Because that's what vampires do now. I guess that's just how perfect he is. And Bella spends several sentences thinking about how he could kill her at any second. But she's cool with that because she's in love. Despite the fact she only really got to know him this afternoon. And she does not shut up about this love. I mean, there's several solid pages of it. And it's not like it ever goes away entirely.
Seriously, she rambles on and on and on about how perfect her new boyfriend is, probably because she has no personality of her own.
In fact, we have a theory about this. In Twilight, no one has much of a personality to speak of. It's not even limited to Bellend, although she is the worst case.
Well, no one apart from Cullen Boy is a freaking schizo.
So, it must be a vampire trait to suck up the personality of everyone around you.
'Cause
that's what vampires do now!
This massive lovey-dovey rant is aided by what is probably one of the weirdest scenes in the history of the written world.
Whereupon Edward steps out into the sun,
and instead of turning to ash,
as one might suspect,
he begins to sparkle.
'Cause that's what vampires do now! No! Wrong! It's never going to look good, Edward. You're not David Bowie!
This is where we get some of the funniest damn lines in the book.
For serious. He lay perfectly still in the grass, his shirt open over his sculpted, incandescent chest, his scintillating arms bare.
Let me try. His white teeth flashed in the sun.
My shiny teeth that sparkle and beauty to my face. My shiny teeth that glisten.
Anyway, after too many pages of this bullshit, we reach some hints of an upcoming conflict.
Finally! Bella meets Edward's family, and they play some vampire baseball! 'Cause that's what vampires do now.
But suddenly, evil vampires of evilness.
These vampires are evil because they drink human blood.
Not like Cullen Veggie Vance.
Even though they drink animal blood, which is kind of the opposite of vegetarians.
What?
PTA would not approve! Anyway, the evil vampires want to eat Bella.
Because
that totally is what vampires do!
So, Edward tells Bella she has to get as far away as she can.
So Bella goes home to Arizona.
Yeah, heads to the most obvious place ever.
And Edward's sister type thing is all like, fuck, because she's having visions of that one vampire, James.
And it's James.
No, not that one.
Wait. Visions?
Like, seeing into the future and stuff. Because that's what vampires do now.
And James calls Bella to say he has Mummy hostage and she should meet him.
Off she goes.
Turns out he lied.
Surprise!
But after taking a bit of a beating, right out of nowhere comes...
Still no Batman.
So anyway, Cullen fights James, and to really piss Eddie off, James bites Bella's wrist.
Finally! A vampire! Acting like a vampire!
Yeah, right? Ed's just about to kill James, and the rest of the Cullen family arrive. So while they finish Edward's jobs, Edward himself goes to tend to his one true love.
You know, the one he met like 3 weeks ago.
It would seem that James has infected her with his vampire poison stuff, and she's become one of them.
Immortal Mary Sue! Ah!